Well, here's something that I never get tired of sharing, and it is a wireless stapler. So we'll stick our paper in there, give it a punch, and pull it out. Now, what happened there is this paper, this area was punched out, and then it was folded and stuck into this slot that was also cut. So let's watch that happen. From the underneath. So it's phase one. Phase two, withdrawal. Let's look at that again. And one more time in slow-mo. So it punctures it out. There it is. And it takes it and it pushes it through the slit. And the paper is I'm sure you can open it, but okay. This is made in Japan. At least it was patented in Japan. This was probably a this might have started life out as a 1964 Buick Rancher wagon. It was shredded and sent to Japan as scrap steel. I can just call it a wireless stapler. Well, here's something that I made that I frankly kind of forgot about. No, not totally, but you can see here I had a little, well, I riveted this together. Plate of steel, giant brass shim, and then my tool post engagement. So, you know, it's kind of, this is what you end up when you don't have a plan. You make everything and you realize you're a ½ inch off or 3/8 of an inch off. But we got a mag base on my indicator here, and that'll stick right on there. And this really perplexes me because I don't have a milling machine. So I apparently made that using the mini lathe. I have to go back and see if I have to have a video on that. That's just too cool not to have recorded. Anyway, that goes on the, you know, goes on there, and you know how it works. So here's the tool post indicator. I actually made this for the mini lathe, and it was a struggle to get it on center. It actually works much better here. And the idea is with the 4-jaw chuck, you can tighten your jaw on the same plane as the indicator. And it's just a mag base. Well, we already looked at that. Okay, here we go. Shop made. Bit rickety. Of course, I used the Rustinox, learned how to make rivets from Rustinox and got it all riveted together. Okay, here's something that was made for the mini lathe and will work fine on the big lathe, but I might get a bigger indicator just for ease of vision. We got a 6-inch digital caliber from Harbor Freight. We ground off the pointy parts. I got a magnet located here. As we bring the carriage down, the magnet we'll grab, and we set it at 0, and we can accurately track our distances of the tool. So maybe I'll get a little bigger indicator and sacrifice its pointy parts and get the same thing going. I know people use dial indicators on the other side of the carriage, do the same thing. But this is just something I came up with for the mini lathe that is transferable to the big lathe. I am going to be working on a carriage lock very soon. Okay, this will be the first time, long time, for this thing to be running. We're just going to give it a little bump. Did I just bump the camera? Okay. I have 4 starters on this. We're only using one of them. Okay. We have spindle, forward and reverse. We have collector, which I assume is the evacuation, the exhaust fan. Coolant, which we have the coolant. We have the coolant tank back here with a 3-phase motor on it. Not hooked up. Then we have workhead, which I can't run on low voltage, 3-phase. Coolant collector, and then we have spindle. Did I do all 4? Well, there's 4. Workhead, coolant, collector, spindle. Like I said, first time, long time. I just got the wiring. This is its new, this is it's like permanent home. So first time in its permanent home. Yeah. Very nice. I'm set up to sharpen a brazed carbide cutting tool in my surely unorthodox way, but now is not the time to do that. We need to let that machine run for about a half hour before we do anything. But this is confirmation. I just did the rewiring and it is ready to go. Very good. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about my motor. It's a 2-speed motor. It is 3 horsepower, 40 degrees Celsius rise, continuous, 3-phase. Volts is 220, 480 at 60 cycles. Amperage is 7.35, 9.8. Speed is 1735/865. Number GX465. This, as far as I can see, is GEM 1000-1. And it is one big motor. At first I thought this is where you hooked your jumper cables up at. And it turns out those are Zerk fittings going to each... Well, did they have bearings back then? 42? It could be Babbitt for all I know. So, kind of hard to tell how big that is sitting back in there. So here's an example. This is a 50-pound propane tank. That tank is 47 inches in diameter. That motor is 43 inches in diameter. The black line there above my name is 16 inches from there to the floor, and that is the length of that motor. So in essence, that's the size of the motor. And look at it like that. The way it sits in there, it's a 1-gallon can. So there's a massive motor. The controller, yeah, this is just the switch. Controller's in here. We'll do that another day.